Hey guys, I am trying to be proactive and vlog as much as I can for my week, but I thought I would just chat while I'm writing out my thank you cards. That way I'm being productive and not just sitting around talking to the camera. But I have 10 orders to pack from over the weekend, so that's on my priority list to get those out first. As you can, I don't know if you can see, but I still have a few more hoops to quality check, so I'm going to do that after. And I have my 20-week ultrasound today later on, so yeah, just trying to get as much work as I can before we have to go. It's been a bit stressful lately because we're in the process of trying to find a new rental property. We currently live in an apartment. I can't remember, I probably mentioned that before in a previous vlog. But yeah, just with the business growing as well as expecting a baby, we do need a lot more room. But we haven't had any luck with any of our applications yet, which is a bit disheartening, but I mean, we're staying as positive as we can. Like, I'm sure the right one will come along. So I've got 3 pending applications from over the weekend, so hopefully we hear back soon. But yeah, I just wanted to be, like, I guess transparent about that whole process as well, because as a small business owner, like, I do everything myself pretty much, which can be hard when there's like external factors. Like, it's not like your business is your whole life, there's other things going on. So, you know, like sometimes even when I'm posting mini vlogs on TikTok, sometimes I'll get comments saying like, you know, wow, such a productive day, but I feel like I'm not as productive as I could be because my head is just all over the place in terms of just like worrying about what our living situation is going to be. I feel like once we move and settle in, I'll be able to concentrate on the business a lot more. But yeah, so just wanted to talk about that before I get started on some work. So yeah, I'm just gonna write some thank you cards. I love when people leave notes. Like, there's an option to leave like a gift message, or even just write a note like to leave for me if they want specific things packaged in separate boxes, for example. But I love when people leave notes for themselves, like they've bought themselves a gift, and this person wrote, "You deserve all the love in this world." So that's so sweet, and I'm like, yes, you do, everyone deserves love in this world. There's a couple international orders that came through. Majority of our international orders come from either New Zealand, the US, or Canada, but these 2 are going to New Zealand. I don't know if you guys would be interested, but I could do like a separate video showing how I send out my orders. I don't know, I sometimes get those kind of questions on TikTok, and I've done videos on that before, but I haven't done it on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll try to make a separate video or try to include it in a vlog. Also, this is so random, but even before I was pregnant, I would love seeing people's names that come through, just because some people have some really beautiful, unique names. And it kind of helps us now that we are expecting a baby, because obviously we have to think of a baby name. We're not finding out the gender, so we need to have like a list of boys and girls names, or like just a unisex name. But yeah, so I love when we get orders and I can see different like names come through for ideas. Also, I love that on Shopify it shows how many orders, for example, if it's the customer's first order, like second, third, fourth, whatever, which is handy when I'm writing out my thank you cards because, for example, if it's their second order, I get super excited that they've come back to repurchase. So I just like to write thank you for shopping with us again instead of, just thank you for your order. Okay, so those are done. So I'm going to print out the shipping labels. I just got a call from one of the real estates that we applied for, one of the rentals, and it sounds very promising. He was just checking to see that we still wanted the place, and he was going to speak to the owner, I guess, to get approval before we can sign anything. But I've got my fingers and toes crossed that we get this place, just because, as I said before, it's been super stressful, and I just want to get out of here, settle into a new place, especially before baby arrives, so then I can get back to focusing on the business. But yeah, anyway, so that happened. I'm just now starting to pack orders. Got my iPad just to look onto. But yeah. But update you guys. Yeah, usually what I'll do is I'll set out the shipping labels with the thank you cards and then get all the items and then pack them all in their jewellery boxes and then pack them all in their mailing boxes, instead of doing it like I used to do it one by one. So would grab the items, pack it in the jewellery box, pack it in the mailing box, and then move on to the next one. But this works better. But yeah. So I'll probably fast forward this unless I think of something to talk about. Oh yes, actually, I thought of something. Something I wanted to talk about was like my inventory, like how I store my inventory, because as you can see, I've just got like these IKEA drawers and they're separated in these little tubs. But I also have some document drawers, like little compartment drawers as well. So once we move into the new place, we're going to try and reconfigure how I store all the inventory. Happy Monday, everyone. So, update. We finally moved. I was going to vlog, I guess, the process of us moving from an apartment to our new house, but it was just too much, and so I was like, I'll just update them once we've settled in. We've been in the house now for officially a week, but we were moving things gradually the week before. Now that, if you've watched my previous vlog, you would know that I haven't been putting as much effort into the business as I would like, due to a few different factors. And yeah, I've always been transparent, and that's the whole point of, I guess, vlogging my business journey, is to keep it real, because it's not easy. Even though I am doing this full-time now, there was a few different, I guess, mental blocks that I dealt with. When I found out I was pregnant, we were obviously over the moon, and that's something that we were looking forward to, but it also came with a lot of struggle. The first trimester, especially dealing with morning sickness, was not ideal. I literally had zero energy to do anything. And for someone that I guess thrives on being productive, that was making me feel guilty, like I wasn't doing enough for the business and just overall. And as I've said plenty of times before, the more effort you put into your business, obviously the greater the outcome, or the more output that there is. And so that, and also the stress of trying to find a new place to live. The market is just like ridiculous right now, and so I felt like I couldn't focus on business when obviously when I work from home, that's such a big factor. I was trying to find a suitable house to work from, also to raise a baby in, because I'm due in June, which is 4 months away. I'm officially 24 weeks as of yesterday. So yeah, we've only got 4 months to go, and so I was like, we were pretty desperate about moving before the baby arrived, so we could settle in and not have to rush. So thankfully we have finally found a place, and we've settled in. We still have to pack things, like little things, but overall we've settled in, which is great. So now I feel like with a new environment, a new space, it's quite refreshing. And because I'm not dealing with morning sickness anymore, I have my energy back, which means I am ready to get back on track with the business. So I'm very excited about that. Today is Monday. I can't remember if I said that already, so happy Monday. But yeah, I thought I would take you through what I would be doing today. I'm trying to get back into, I guess, like a schedule, but yeah, there are a few urgent things I need to do, so I thought I would just sort of vlog them while I'm doing it instead of talking. But I thought I would just give you guys a little update, and if you guys are interested, I might eventually do like a little house tour. Like I'll show you guys my packing room. I don't have like an office per se, like the desk is out here in the like living area, but I have a dedicated room with like my inventory and where I pack the orders, which is great because it's hidden away. And I didn't really want my desk to be in that room because I like working in an open space. I don't like to feel confined when I'm working, especially with computer work. But yeah, anyway, let's just get stuck into it. So I'm just creating a discount code. My marketing team and I discussed our new strategy for this month, well, this coming month, which is March, which is actually tomorrow. I always forget that Feb is a short month, so just making sure the discount code is scheduled to start and when it's scheduled to end. So that's created, and then I just put it in my little planner that I have just on Google Sheets, just so I know what sales we're running, and any other sort of like key dates that are coming up. Another thing I have to do, which is quite urgent, is update my bookkeeping software, and I also need to lodge In Australia, if you're a company, I think, don't take my word for this because I'm not even sure, but you have to lodge like a business activity statement, which is basically like a quarterly thing you have to report on, I believe. So how much, like, to your total sales and like the GST. I'm still kind of confused about it, to be honest, so I have to call my bookkeeper to see, and I just realized the payment is due today, so that's pretty urgent. Also, I've gone back to using Notion, so if you guys want a little, I guess, like a separate video on how I organize like my business documents, or like how I organize my tasks and that kind of thing, let me know. Happy Friday, guys. I'm finally getting back into trying to vlog as much as possible. I have been pretty productive this week, which is good. So I would take you through my to-do list today as I write it out. So what I need to do today, I have a couple emails that I need to reply to. So customer service emails, as well as a few PR emails that I need to reply to. I also need to write out list of influencers to reach out to. At the beginning of, like, when I first started the business, I was really good at staying on top of contacting influencers to collaborate, or, you know, like to give products, but I haven't been doing that a lot lately, and I feel like maybe that's why things have slowed down, because for me personally, influencer marketing, even though it might not help with direct sales, it definitely helps with brand awareness, which eventually turns into sales. Today will probably be a lot of like admin, a lot of computer work. I need to start editing my YouTube vlog from the past couple weeks. There's not much footage, but I still need to get it up. I've got 2 TikTok accounts. So one, I guess you could say, is like my personal account, but that's where I've grown my following in terms of sharing the behind the scenes of starting and growing my business. But I want to focus more on my actual business account, so the Omnia account of my jewellery brand. So I need to edit TikTok and post that this afternoon. I'm still trying to figure out the best times to post things, but I find that usually the afternoon is good. So basically what I've done in terms of trying to stay on top of cash flow and like our budget and stuff is I've made a spreadsheet for each month that kind of has the rough breakdown of the recurring costs, so like the overhead costs of running the business. For example, like subscriptions, so for like email marketing, Shopify subscription, what else, just like apps that I use like Canva, Lux, that I use for reviews, business insurance, our bookkeeping software, what else, my wage that I pay myself, the marketing agency that I pay for, and ad spend, so things like that. I will write down how much that costs, as well as other upcoming expenses that I am planning on spending. So for example, any influencer marketing campaigns that we've got coming up, any photo shoots that we're organizing, inventory I'm planning on buying, product photography, and also the tax that we'll be setting aside for the previous month's sales. So things like that gives me a good idea of, one, how much expenses we have each month, but it's also a good indicator of what we need to aim to make for the next month. I think without doing this, it can be really easy to sort of aim for a certain sales target, but if you don't know how much you're spending, you don't know how much you need to break even or to profit. So I think if I can give any tips to anyone, is definitely don't neglect organizing your financial side of things from the beginning. Try and stay on top of that. I'm definitely not on top of it all the time, so don't feel guilty if you haven't done it. It's easy to obviously let things slide, especially if you're doing things by yourself, but yeah, definitely suggest doing that. So I try to now put my to-do list in Notion, and then that way once you've finished it you can just cross it off. Even though I do like physically writing things down, I'm always on the computer anyway, so I just find it easier to kind of have things on the one place. So this is like my business dashboard, and I just linked all my Google spreadsheets that I use. So for example, my planner that I use, things coming up, I'll just link it all into these main headings, and then have my to-do list here. But yeah, I'm still trying to organize my Notion, but once I do that, I'll upload a separate video on it if you guys are interested in seeing.